So what are the things that you can do that feed these three components of your person? Your will, your emotion, and intellect. How do you get better at decision making? How do you become more of that composed person, more of that matured person emotionally, who is able to manage your emotions, right, and not allow you control you? You have things under control. One of the proof that you are experiencing development is that your life is under control, not another person's control, your control. You decide and determine, your response and reaction in the face of challenges and in situations. For people who are very, very developed, it's hard to manipulate them. Manipulation is the word, right? So you have to be personally developed. Your decision-making ability. Now, I was talking about what are the things that will feed these three areas of your life. Number one is consumption. Write it down, consumption. In biology, or even naturally, we've learned for the longest that, for you to grow, you have to continually, consistently feed over time, right? Growth is not automatic. Growth doesn't happen with time alone. Time is a constant in the equation of growth, but growth doesn't happen with time alone. Time is a revealer. It only reveals what you've been doing. And growth is not noticeable actively, right? It is over time. After 1 year, you will see the effect. Are you getting it? After 1 year, you will see the effect. But in one day, because I did it today, the effect is not really there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Did somebody get that? You get it? So consumption, what you feed on, right, determines how you will grow. There's the concept of malnourishment. Somebody can become malnourished, right? A person is not fed well. What you feed on determines how well you will grow. How consistently you feed too determines how well you will grow. So you feed qualitatively and you feed consistently over time to grow. Did you hear that? You feed qualitatively and you feed consistently over time to experience growth. So as you are on TikTok, you are on Instagram every day, watching comedies, watching anything that just springs up on your feed, that's consumption. Do you know that? Disorganized consumption, but you are going to become malnourished, right? You will not have your desired good. My consumption are very, very controlled. It's impossible for me to not use social media. I have to be there. So while being there, I have to control my space. I don't follow a lot of people, right? I want to be able to control the content that pop up in my feed, because I noticed that the way the algorithm works is that it doesn't only show you content that are your content, right? It shows you content that the people you follow are feeding on. So I entered my feed one day and everybody was trekking. I'm like, come on, who looks like a suspect? I want to check the people I'm following, right? And I saw many suspects. I unfollowed them quickly. As I don't beg people for follower, right? If you don't find my content valuable, don't follow me. It's not be by force. If you are building something that will last, if you are intentional about your journey, you'll be intentional about your consumption. You'll be intentional about your space. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to control your consumption. And this is the media age where all of us use social media every day. Some of you have spent like 5 hours on social media today, right? Consuming everything that comes your way. You won't grow that way. You'll be malnourished, right? You know that there are some people, they can never think of certain things. Like certain ideas don't exist in their domain because they don't consume that quality of. Certain ideas can never come their way. Some things did not extinct though, but you have to just so separate yourself from them that they don't cross your mind again. The concept of personal, development. You have to develop yourself, right? Your decision-making ability, your emotional management skill, your intellect, your intelligence, right? So intellect, I didn't talk about that. So intellect is simply, what you know and your understanding of what you know and how you are able to apply, that thing that you know. So it's simply, execution of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? You know something, but you go beyond knowing to understand it. Then beyond understanding, you are able to apply it. Are you understand? Do you understand what I mean? So you're an intelligent person if these three things always play out every time you learn. For example, your notes are full now. All of you have been writing since, right? When you get back home, right, you're able to look at your notes and There's the knowledge, then there's the understanding, and then you know what to do about the understanding. You know how the understanding can help your situation. When I learn one thing, I don't know if it happens like that for everybody. When I learn one thing, right, it literally affects other things. I learn concept, I learn ideologies, I learn inspiration, right? I don't only learn expression. Expression is very, very secondary. I learn the spirit behind things. Okay, what's the initiator of this, and what's the idea behind this thing, right? And then it affects other areas. I'm able to apply it in other areas. I have to understand yourself as a person, understand what it takes, what it means to build yourself as a person, right? Because many times when you hear the word build yourself, develop yourself, you think it's rocket science. You just run around, you buy courses, which is good and important, and many of those courses you never get to open, or you watch module 1 and module 2 and then you are off it, right? Much more than that, that you actually know yourself, you know what it takes to build you, and then you marry the cost, right? You get into the execution process, you start doing the work. So the concept of personal development is a must understand thing for creatives, or we creatives, right? You have to work on yourself. Stop owning your skill alone. Personal development is not becoming very good in graphic design. No, that's not it, right? If somebody who is personally developed but is very poor at the skill, their value will afford them the kind of client. They will attract the kind of client that appeals to their value, right? And they will collect big money and come and pay you who is skillful. They will pay you 10%. You will design it and be feeling happy. There's a level of consciousness you will embody when you develop yourself personally. You will know that you are a person of value. You are not supposed to settle for less.